reasons. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Harinam Sankirtan Bhajati Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, devotees, for giving your very valuable association. So I think Gurako, you are right. It is giving the echo. So can you move this little somewhere, or this side, or maybe between these two? Maybe we'll go there. It's okay. You can bring it down. But yeah, you can pull it. But there's a lot of cable. Yeah, this is better. And it was not coming in my ear. It was coming in my ears. I was like, I'm hearing my own. It's a little louder. Let's begin with one last time. Om Jnanadmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swaramyambikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvama Raghunatha Vidantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padanam Sahaganam Lalita Shri Vishakam Vidansya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Yate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadini Nirvicheshaya Shunyavadi Pachyata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So shortly we are going to start very auspicious month in 2 days. From Sunday, Kartik month will begin. So it's a very, very auspicious month. Whatever you do in that month, that's, yes, Namadastakam. Whatever we do, Namadastakam, we do Mangalarati, we do chanting, it multiplies several times. Yes, so we have to intensify our bhajan. The more we do, the better for all of us. Each one can make very advanced. We become very advanced if we do more bhajan in Kartik. There is a lot of mercy will come. So Kartik means reminder of Vrindavan. Of Vrindavan. So therefore, Vijay Mataji and Narendra Prabhu, they recently went to Vrindavan. They had a desire to they just spontaneously decided, let's go. And they went and we came back. So before we begin our class, I would request Narendra Prabhu, Vijay Mataji to tell how was their experience in Vrindavan. So we all can get a lot of energy, spiritual energy, motivation. Those who have not been there, we get motivation to go there. And those who are going in future, they will also understand what to do there, right? So may I request Narendra Prabhu, Vijay Mataji, can you please spend some time telling us, all of us, what your experience in Vrindavan, what did you do, who did you meet, how was your experience, so we all can get inspiration from that, if you can, please. Yeah, who are? Mataji or Prabhu, you have no problem. We have no problem. So here is, we have arranged everything. Okay, we have to just turn on this. Can you turn on the one? A small piece is there. Just there's a power button on it. There's the hanging one, you see? On the top. No, where is it? Yeah, there's a small. Where this is connected. Yeah. Connector for this is there. Small. This big is there. And there's a power button on that behind. You can just turn it on so it will start. I'm not sure if Srimad Prabhu, can you, I think, yeah. He has got similar system. So yeah. That JBL piece is there. Yeah. Please. Let's hear and then get inspiration. It is so good. Hearing from devotee about the Dham is very auspicious. It helps us. So please narrate. Hare Krishna.
So this was like, suddenly manifested just a week before we left actually. No idea how it manifested, how it happened.
Is it working? I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say, okay.
So it's completely mercy and of and our association. That's all I can say. And when we were there, I felt like I was completely teleported to a different world. We kind of planned very short. Now I know, like, we didn't feel like coming back. I wanted to be there. So we were trying, I was trying to cancel other trips and everything. It's like, it was totally like, and everybody you see is like so God conscious. Everywhere I heard like Radhe, nothing else. It was completely like, it was Golo, true Golo. So, and then first darshan we had was ISKCON. We stay very close by. It was like 2 minutes away. So we first took darshan of, Krishna, Balaram, and first it was Prabhupada Samadhi. And that was another experience by itself. And the way people are chanting, always like, you are always reminded to chant. And that was something that was like, very beautiful to see. Like everybody had a big bag walking around chanting, and then we had a list given to me 7 ghost comitants. So that was the first
prominent temple.
Yeah. Then we went, one by one. So somehow we made it, and we were blessed to get all the darshans of all the Goswamis, Samadhi, and some we had that we went again a couple of times. So we went wanted to go again. Yeah, we went 7 kilometers, Damodar, and then Govind, yeah, Radhesha,
Madan Mohan.
Madan Mohan, yeah, everything, Gopal, Banke Bihari, yeah, we couldn't miss. It was very crowded, but then we did like one day night, almost closing time we went, then the crowd was clearing, then we were able to see him very clearly. So again, 2 times we went, and I don't know, it was in the system. Somehow I'm usually not in somehow I had again. So first 2 days, it was all about we spent time, at least 1 round of chanting there, sitting in,
Very nice.
Jiva Goswami, I don't know, it was very emotional. There was like Kirtan going on, and Jiva Goswami, and then Haridas Thakur in Midian. So many samadhis, like, then what are names we read? The last one was Gopal, I think, Radha Gopal temple. That temple had like I'm like, is it real? I'm here. It's like all the names we read. It's like, everybody will see them like, but I think they blessed us. And then 3rd day we did the Govardhan, but we couldn't do walk. I was little bit not energetic. So we did we had a devotee. So that was like being with the devotee, then explaining us each and every leela. From there we almost went to Radhakund, Shamkund. Everywhere, wherever you go, you don't feel like coming back. It's like, oh my God, that's all the time I have. It's like, can I just be here? There was State Kadam, where Krishna will be calling the cow. Oh my God, it's like, it was totally a different world. We felt like we were teleported. And Botswana, Nantaka, so many, like one after another, like it's okay, we go, And then I did not know the Stardom and the Krishna actually manifested Manas Ganga, Western one. I did not know about all that. That was all like something new to learn, so much to learn. There was so much pastimes, small stuff, so it's like we could just talk about it through.
Yes.
We just felt very blessed. I don't know where the desire came. It was like a calling. I don't think, because I have planned so much that it never happened. So finally, it was just a call, maybe hearing all this Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and that. So it was a wonderful experience.
Very nice. Narenji, would you like to share something?
So I started listening to Venugit.
Venugit, okay, series. Yes.
It was like really nice. Like I was, whenever I heard the parrots, like I would, think of Amrita Prabhu explaining, those are all the messengers, like
Yes.
how they would relay the message back to, the rupees,
Right.
And so the first day for me, it was like the Leela monkey took my glasses away. Broke it into 3 pieces.
Oh, Krishna.
And then and it dropped it, everything. And then I was able to piece them all together. Like and if you can see, it's like there are like 3 DNA strands.
Okay.
Like, it's almost like Krishna was playing Leela with me. He's got 3 strands with me. So I was telling Mataji, we're going to save this as a memento. Get a new one, So yeah, one was like really amazing.
Something or the other happened, it happened to us also.
And that Mataji was helping us. She said like this will happen only in Vrindavan, because these are trained by Krishna.
Oh, yes.
The monkeys are everywhere else, like they really well, but in Vrindavan they act like they really kind of have their own trade. And so haircut was like we just made it, like 5 minutes. We wish we would have made it more time there, because they closed the haircut and they don't allow anybody to go in because they want Krishna to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nanda. Nanda.
And so, yeah, we felt we needed more time, and we were actually going to cancel the other, Varanasi we had planned. But it didn't materialize, like otherwise we would have, stayed in Vrindavan for 3 more days. And I think we are just, go back to next time. Now we know, there's so much to see, it's like,
Yeah.
and we felt like you told us that, like, go there and enjoy the presence, it's like, I think because it was just 4 days, we couldn't do that, like, we were just in that mode of, covering, all the places, like, I think next time we'll go there, we'll be there, while, spend some time there. And that's what we felt we needed more time. In each place. Anyway, and we were walking like that foot, like it was so,
Yeah, yeah, we just were, decided
so
not to.
soothing, it's like you
Yes.
don't need a foot from there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's one of the things, I realized, it's really nice.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. It's very nice. So, yeah, this is such a wonderful, when he has a calling, you can just go there. And in fact, in future, whenever we are going to India, even for a few days, we should make a visit to one place, at least one dham. It could be, if you're living in Bengal, you can go to Mayapur. If you're living this side, you can go to Vrindavan, like that, because this dham has potency, a lot of potency. As Mata was explaining, like, we will feel ashamed if you are not having big bag, They say every chant, what am I doing, With force you will chant. Sometimes you need that force, externally. I remember when we went to Mayapur 2012, and we took our in-laws and everybody, like we had 10, 12, our family members. And we were the only one carrying the big bag. They were not, they are just new and all that. So for a Mangala Aarti, we have an express entry. If you have a bead back, then you can go from direct one door. And then they have to go on. Of course, we have to go with them because, they are parents and all that. So we go with them. He said, then my mother-in-law noticed, oh, those who have got bead back, they're able to go from here again, with the shortcut. And those who don't, they have to go like round and go there. So now this is how it is. Golok is like that. If you have this straight for us, otherwise just go around in material world and go back. So the choice is ours. And it is so wonderful. And how we develop this, bhakti, like how we develop attachment to Dham is by reading, by listening. As Mata is right, we were listening, reading, and suddenly this comes up and says, oh, I want to go there. What happened? Let me go there. The desire will come automatically. In fact, yesterday we advanced our class by 30 minutes. We have some devotee visiting us at 7 p.m. So that's why we changed the timing. And so people didn't join because last minute change. So I apologize for that. But then we spent a lot of time with this devotee, very advanced. They've been preaching in Dubai and all those places last 30, 35 years. So he was telling me, what do you do? How is your sadhana? And we were exchanging, thoughts. So I said, we read this and all that. So then he said, you should read Srimad Bhagavatam every day. I said, Prabhu, we read this Chaitanya Charitamrita and every day we read because we were reading and now we have come to this. And then I read on my own because I have to pick up a class and something. So he says, no, we should read as a family. We sit together, all the family members, even for 10 minutes, one verse, still read, but as a family, together. And that should be at a fixed time, try to be at a fixed time and see the difference. So that makes a lot of difference. Doing certain things, especially Krishna conscious activity together, will make sure that we all are, the whole family is Krishna conscious. In fact, in the Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, chapter 14, I think 14, which talks about the enjoyment in the material world. Let me just look it up. And I'll tell you one very amazing thing which I read today. Oh, and I was like bewildered for a moment. I was thinking, what is it? It's coming up here or here, I don't know. It's still opening. It takes some time. My laptop is very slow. So it takes a lot of time. But I have to share this with you. It says, and Krishna says also that he will give knowledge to us what to do in a situation. What to do in a situation. Krishna will give us that advice. Krishna will give us that intelligence. What should I do in this particular thing? And therefore, it is so important for us to kind of fight. Yeah. So look at this verse. Okay. Now this, don't worry about this verse. Just see this. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I want somebody to read the translation. Who can read it? Small. Can somebody read?
My dear king.
Good. No, go ahead. Somebody can read. I'll make it bigger if you like. Yeah, I'm trying to see.
That's a control.
Where is my mouse? First of all, I need to see where my mouse is.
Or on the top.
Is
There are three dots, right, on the.
No, I can't. I want to see where is my mouse. Is it come here? Okay.
Yeah, this is better.
Now, who can read? Yeah, please go ahead.
My dear king, family members in this material world go under the names of wife and children, but actually they behave like tigers and jackals. A herdsman tries to protect his sheep to the best of his ability, but the tiger and foxes take them away by force. Similarly, although a miserly man wants to guard his money very carefully, his family members take away all his assets forcibly, even though he is very vigilant.
Hare Krishna. So now, by reading this, we'll get a little confused. Isn't it? How come family members, jackal, tiger, what is that? And this is really confusing. So we have to read it multiple times. Then we understand. So if this is applied to what is the time? Chapter's name? Chapter name is what? The material world. If we are not a devotee, if we are in a material world, trying to enjoy that, then this is our family member. But if we are devotee, then this is Golok. So for us, there is no problem. Everybody is Krishna conscious. Everybody is doing bhajan together. So for us, there is no jackal. Don't worry about it. This is for those who want to enjoy the material world. Okay? And this is true dear devotee. If you read the Kirtan Revolution, the Aingar Prabhu's biography, if somebody has read it, this was published very recently, maybe last year, in which Aingar Prabhu writes. See, Aingar Prabhu, before coming into Krishna consciousness, he was having a living relationship with the girl. And then when he got to this Krishna consciousness, then he decided, I have to do this only. I don't want to do anything else. So he gave up that material life and he came into Krishna consciousness. And his girlfriend, he says, no, but I have not finished enjoying this life. So please stay with me for some more time. He said, no, I have given up. I am completely going to come back into Krishna consciousness. So you have a choice. Either be Krishna conscious and be here with me, or you can be on your own. So Aingar Prabhu says, she actually pleaded him. She sat down at his feet and crying that, no, don't leave me like that. At that time, it is written in the book. Aingar Prabhu says, I felt like she's like when I saw her, she converted into like a tigress, holding on to a piece of meat with her claws, not to leave. So you can see this is how it is coming up. That if you are in material enjoyment, this is what happens, dear devotees. Our family member always want to exploit us on the name of anything. It can be love, it can be whatever. But it is actually like that. If you see in the material world, so many disputes happens. right? Lawsuit happened, they're fighting here, I want money, I want this, that, so many. So it is a fact. So therefore, if we are, as long as we are in the under Krishna conscious, we will be protected. And the thing is that we have to read this Nityam. That's why it is a Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. Why it is called Nityam? Nityam is not like today and or weekly. Nityam means every day. So that's what the devotee was telling us, that you should read as a family, even if one verse. And if you are alone, then no problem. We can read alone. There's no problem. That's okay. In fact, how they brought their son to Krishna consciousness is that the son was young, so they would read aloud. So son would just hear. And by hearing, he got this Krishna consciousness. And he is behaving like that. So that's how it is. Even the kids are small, they may not be able to sit for 10 minutes also sometimes. Then we just read ourselves and let them listen. So that's how it is. So this is so powerful, that just by reading, how much we can get. Okay, so with that, let's begin our study. I don't know what happened. My screen has become too big.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so with that, we'll start today's discussion. We are continuing study from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10. Krishna is now ready to depart for Dwarka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we have studied till, as we know, this chapter. So before we begin, so whatever presentation is being made, it is all from the scripture, which is translated by Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas. And whatever I'm going to speak is what I've listened and read from the scripture and the lectures. So if there's any credit, that may go all to his Guru and acharyas and Srila Prabhupada. And if there's any mistake, that please solely remind to please forgive me. So with that, let's begin our discussion.
I think we covered till 19. We are going to start from verse number 20,
Which is prayers of ladies of Hastinapur.
Yeah.
So let's go. Yeah. So this is known as very pleasing talks. So this is a Hastinapur ladies are speaking as Krishna is departing. So let's recite this verse. Anyonyam asit sanjalpa uttama shloka chetasam Kauravendra Puru Shri Strinam Sarva Shruti Manohara. Okay. So you can see it. Mahi, can you please read, madam?
Vedas. Very nice. Thank you so much. You are reading such difficult words. Very nice. Very good. Thank you. So, a very, very important point is being made here. So, this is a general talk. Ladies are talking. But still, what is mentioned is this talk was more attractive than the hymns of Vedas. Can you imagine? Why is it so?
The pure devotees.
Huh?
They're pure devotees of the Lord.
Okay. Okay.
They are talking about Krishna.
Ah, this is important. They are talking about Krishna. So anything we speak about Krishna, then that is the best thing to do. Purport Prabhu writes some of the very important points. We read that. Very amazing. So translation by purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that in all the Vedic literatures, the goal is the personality of Godhead Shri Krishna. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, what is the verse that comes in? 15:15. Vedesya Sarve Ahameva Vedyo. From all the Vedas, I am to be known, nothing else. That's what it is, right? So Krishna says, yeah, I think I have that verse. Yeah, here. This is what it is. So we have to know Krishna from all the Vedas. If we are trying to do something else using Vedas, then that is not the real understanding of Veda. Because even Vyasadeva, he wrote it for what? For the liberation of the mankind. For them only he wrote Veda. And the ultimate goal was to know Krishna. But then people were not able to understand where is Krishna in that. No? So that's what it is. Factually, the glories of the Lord are depicted in such literature as the Vedas, Ramayana, and Mahabharata. And everywhere, if you see, the glories of Krishna is described. Krishna, in the sense, all his incarnation as well comes into the foray. So everybody is described in this. So, in fact, in Bhagavatam also, not in Bhagavatam, I think in Chaitanya Chaitanya, there's a verse which comes. Let me see if I have made a copy of that. I don't think. Okay. So, further Prabhupada writes, and in the Bhagavatam, they are specifically mentioned in respect to the Supreme Lord. Therefore, why the ladies on the tops of the houses in the capital of the king and the Kuru dynasty were talking about the Lord, their talk was more pleasing than the Vedic hymns, because they were talking about Krishna. So whenever, if you are talking about Krishna, then it is, what is it? It is Krishna Katha, meaning it is pleasing to hear, it will help us become advanced. But if you are speaking something else, then it is not Krishna Katha. See, in this word, the word, so one word comes, Sanjalpa. Go back to the verse. Sanjalpa means what? And what we speak, normal terms called Prajalpa. Prajalpa means what? Talking mundane discussion. This is Sanjalpa. So we should do Sanjalpa, not Prajalpa. So when we do Sanjalpa, that means we are talking about Krishna. We can see the example of Vyasadeva himself. He wrote so many Puranas and literatures, but still not happy. And finally, Narad Muni had to come, his spiritual master, and say, oh, you did not glorify Krishna sufficiently. You are doing indirect way. No, Krishna has to be glorified directly. We have to tell everything direct. You know, we know some prasad is made in our home and we like it. So we have to praise our spouse. No, today prasad was very good. That's like direct, right? Then you can say, I think you use organic, broccoli, and you use those masala, and like probably you made it in ghee. That's why it is good. Right. I mean, come on. You tell direct, it's very good. That's a direct. So Vedas will go like that. Oh, broccoli was nice. It's organic. He put it from what is Whole Foods? This ghee came from Vrindavan. No. We just say it directly. So Bhagavatam is like a direct connection. Gives connection direct to Krishna, nothing else. Oh, there used to add come, right? What is that? Something bakwa, something. What is that? Sprite.
Sprite.
What is
Siri
that?
baat no
Siri baat no bakwas. Correct. I just reminded you of that. Siri baat. So Bhagavatam is like Siri baat, no bakwas. So it's like for him, Robert, it's like there's a drink, Sprite, which Sprite comes in India. So they speak in Hindi, which means straight talk, no here and there kind of thing, So it's
Bakwas means nonsense.
nonsense,
Okay.
no nonsense.
Bakwas.
You remember Bhagavatam? That is not teach the word that you should remember. You remember Bhagavatam. No bakwas, that's you don't remember. So when somebody speaks some nonsense, he says, stop this, like that, So that's what it is. But yeah, so basically we should, Bhagavatam is like straight. It goes straight into our heart. If we read any scripture, that bhav will not come. How to hear, how to worship Krishna, how to see Krishna will not come if we read the Shruti Shastra and all that. It will never come. Never. Because they believe that by pleasing demigods, by doing this Havan, Puja, of course, they are all good. You can do it, no problem about it. But if your ultimate goal is to enjoy in this world, then that's not going to help. That's what everybody is after. So we should talk about Sanjalpa, not Prajalpa. Yeah. Now Prabhupada writes a very important point here. Anything sung in the praise of the Lord is Shruti Mantra. There are songs of Thakur Narottam Das, one of the Acharya of the Gaudiya Sampradaya, composed in simple Bengali language. But Thakur Vishwanath Chakravarti, another very learned Acharya of the same Sampradaya, has approved the songs by Thakur Narottam Das to be as good as Vedic mantra. Just see, these Bengali bhajans are as good as mantra, the Vedic mantra. In fact, they are even more powerful because when we sing these bhajans, so much love comes in our heart. So, okay, so this is a quiz. All the kids. So, which is more important? So, people say Sanskrit is a God's language, right? We all heard this, right? Devoki Bhasha. So everybody speaks. So, it is more important. Anything you speak in Sanskrit is very bona fide. So, the question, something is spoken in Bengali and something is spoken in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a powerful language, okay? Please remember, this is the principle. So, which is more powerful? What is this? What does it mean? News. Okay, very nice. So which is more powerful? Are kids, I'm telling you. Kavish, what do you think? Yeah, Vaishnava Bhajan. They're more powerful. Because if Bhaktivinoda Thakur say, Emona Durmati Samsara Vikar Oriyaya Chino Ami. Suddenly you see, what is it telling? Oh, Emona Durmati, my mind, is so fallen. Immediately, it's like a wake-up call. There, if you hear this, read the Sharanagati Bhajan, they are like a wake-up call. It's like a wake-up call. Last time we talked about, right? What is the best alarm clock? Purpose. This Sharanagati will tell us our purpose in life. We must have a purpose in life. And then we know what to do to achieve that purpose. In fact, I was listening to one class with a short talk. So the Maharaj was explaining to some children, young children, from the school, and they were asking, it is so difficult to do this. Why bhakti is so difficult? Why we have to wake up early, we have to take bath, and then chant and do some spiritual. People feel this is too difficult. So Maharaj told, it is not difficult. It is only that you have to increase your level to that. Like for example, if somebody has to be selected in an army, and he was giving this example, army, then what? The person has to be strong, right? He should have fast reflex, he should thinking sharp. So how does it come? By practice. So if you do it, then you will get into army. Similarly, if you want to go to Goloka, then you have to practice a little bit. It's only that we have to become stronger. Bhakti is not difficult. It is simple. Bhakti is very simple, but it is not for easy. It is not easy. Bhakti is simple. It's not easy because it requires Discipline. And wherever discipline comes, 99% of the world population fails. 99%. That's why we see so many unhealthy people on the earth planet. Because people say eat this, they eat for a few days and then gone. People say you go to gym, okay, 1 month, and then again you keep paying money, but you don't go to gym. This is what happens because there is no discipline. But if you have a purpose in life, if you are determined, then anything can be achieved. It only requires a discipline. So similarly in bhakti also, it's just discipline. If you do it, there is no problem.
It's actually a literal alarm where of Prabhupada, there's an audio where Prabhupada says, "Wake up, you rascals."
Okay. You might be using it already, isn't it?
I mean, he said that in a lecture, but they just cut out that part and then put it in a loop.
Yeah, so those who are having difficulty can probably go to YouTube and look for it and then download as a tune and then just use it. Wake up, you rascal. Yeah. Then we can see Prabhupada is calling me. I have to wake up. When Gurudev is coming, then we can, yes, Gurudev, immediately. If some other devotee, it's okay, he'll come. But Gurudev, immediately, there's a fire. So, yeah, we can use that. Okay, so therefore, anything that we speak, if it is spoken, regardless of what language it is spoken, doesn't matter. If you are speaking about Krishna, then that is a good language. Once Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj was asked, what is the best language? He said, Sanskrit is the best language. Then he said, what is the next best language? He says, Bengali. He said, Bengali is like, eating rasgulla in mouth and speaking. Very sweet. In fact, I also fell in love with Bengali because, we had a Bengali family. My friend was Bengali and they speak, it looks very sweet actually. The words are very, very sweet. It's like eating rasgulla. Which is the third language, which is more like a Hindi. It's a pure Shuddha Hindi, not our Mumbai language. Okay, no Mumbai Hindi, the Shuddha Hindi. And that is very pleasing and beautiful. He says, what about Urdu? Oh, no, it is like eating, kankar parthan and then speaking something like that. It's not so good. But then he said, if somebody glorifies Krishna in Urdu, then it is also very good. So language doesn't matter. What you do with that language, what you use is what it matters. In fact, he used to say in many lectures, he said that Prabhupada glorified, increased the glory of English language because he translated all the literatures in English. Other than English, what is there in English? The Shakespeare and plays and all these things, they just, what do you get now? Nothing else, right? So therefore, Prabhupada actually delivered the English language, is what the devotee says. Yeah. Yeah, here, I think I found the verse here. I think I put it here. Yeah. So here it is mentioned. So who can read? Let's somebody. Oh, Kavish, can you read, Vina?
Vedas and Mahabharata from very beginning to the very end, as well as within the middle, Madhyasha, only Hari, the supreme personality of God, had.
So very nice. He was able to read all the words. Antyacha, Madhyacha, very nice. This is how they will improve. When the kids read, it makes it very nice. So here is saying that any of this you see in the beginning, Adam is in the beginning, Madhya, in middle, and everywhere it is only about Krishna. Nothing else is spoken on those languages. Nothing else is there in that. And therefore we should read the scripture. Bhagavatam is exactly the same thing. From end, beginning to end, and in middle, everywhere, it's all Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Everything reminds of Krishna. In fact, we discuss about this. Any words we see, we should be able to make a connection with Krishna. We should make a connection with Vrindavan. Like here also, for example, in Bhagavatam, the one verse comes, which Uddhav speaks. I think it comes in the chant Canto. Yeah. So here, we can see this word. Yeah, this one. See, here, what is Uddhav Thackeray? Sorry. What is Uddhav is saying here? See, Uddhav is a great devotee of Krishna. He's a friend, devotee, amazing person. He is very intelligent also. That's why Krishna sent him to meet the gopis, to pacify them. He sent, okay, please go there. But look at this word, where he is glorifying what the gopis are speaking in Vrindavan. Okay? He's saying, Vande Nanda Vraja Srinam, Vande Nanda Vraja Srinam, Padarenum Abhikshana, Yasam Hari Kathot Gitam, Gitam, Punati Bhuvana Trayama. Okay, so who can read? Akshat, can you read, better?
I actually after my friend, the dust from the feet of the woman of the Mara, how I did it. When these gopis loud chant the glory of Krishna, so that the vibration purifies the field or.
So here he's saying that when the gopis talk about Krishna, these talk purifies all three worlds. In fact, in the purport, Prabhupada writes, not Prabhupada, Prabhupada's disciple writes, it says that it is mentioned that Uddhav did not think of like this for the queens of Dwarka, but he talked about this for the gopis of Vrindavan, because they were in intense love with Krishna. Their single pointed focus was Krishna. Whole day, 24 hours, they are thinking Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Any activity they will do, they will think of Krishna. So therefore, this is what Uddhav is telling here. So therefore, when we speak about Krishna, when we speak to anybody about Krishna, that is how we should practice as much as possible. And that can only come if you read something, if you hear something. If you don't hear and if you don't read, then what happens? We cannot speak about that topic. Therefore, we have to read and we have to listen. Listen from the parampara, hear from our Guru Vanis, and read Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever we read, everything is, all Gaudiya literatures are good. We should read all of them. But as I mentioned, please read at least one verse together as a family every day. I just learned yesterday. I was reading alone myself. My Mataji was reading herself alone. But now we are going to read together. It's a practice. And we're going to have a Zoom call with my daughter because she's outside. So to invite her as well. That's a plan. So please put this into practice. Everybody should read together. Find out one common time that fits everyone's schedule in home and then do it. Yeah? Okay. And this is so because the subject matter. The language is immaterial, but the subject matter is important. It doesn't matter we speak in English, Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, doesn't matter. The ladies who were all absorbed in the thought and actions of the Lord developed the consciousness of Vedic wisdom by the grace of the Lord. And therefore, although such ladies might not have been very learned scholars in Sanskrit or otherwise, still, whatever they spoke was more attractive than the Vedic hymns. The Vedic hymns in the Upanishad are sometimes indirectly directed to the Supreme Lord, but the talks of the ladies were directly spoken of the Lord, and thus they were more pleasing to the heart. The ladies' talks appear to be more valuable than the learned Brahmana's benediction. So here we are not trying to, Prabhupada is not demonizing or saying Shrutis are not good, nothing of that sort. It's just saying that which is a little better. It's like a comparison being done. Not that they are bad. But when we do things directly, then that has got more important. Potency is very high. And therefore, we should do things very directly. Okay. So let's move on to the, we read this. So we'll go to the next verse, verse number 10. Now, here, this is all the Hastinapur ladies are again speaking this, right? So we'll read this verse. Save kilayam purusha puratano Ya ek asid vishesh atmani agre gunebhyo jagadatmi ishvare nimi nimilitatma trishi sukta sattishu. Okay. Anya is there? Yeah.
This the same.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Then I think we copy his slides, so this happens. Okay, I'll read. Sorry, beta. Let me read it. Okay, for her. Or if somebody has a book, we can pass it on to her. Yeah, if you have, she can read from there. Thank you. Beta. So in Purport Prabhupada writes, there are two types of dissolution of the manifested cosmos. At the end of the every 4 billion, I think, 4.32 billion solar years. When Brahma, the Lord of one particular universe, goes to sleep, there is one annihilation. So this is a partial annihilation, which happens after the end of day of Brahma, one day of Brahma. Every day this happens. But which itself is 4.32 billion years. It's very long. And that means long is a night. So it's like we can imagine how huge it is. And then the full annihilation happens when Lord Brahma completes 100 years. We are currently in how many years? Brahma is 50. Yeah, 50 years or something. Yeah, so just compare. So Brahma is still 50 more years to go. And at the end of Lord Brahma's life, which takes place at the end of the Brahma's 100 years of age, the calculation at the end of 8.6 billion into 30 into 12 into 100 solar years. Now this is, it won't fit into our thing, but if it comes to like 311 trillion years, that's what his life is. Yeah, I think here I have, yes. 311 trillion years, that is Lord Brahma's life, which is too much, too long. Brahmaji lives too long. Okay. And in both the period, both the material energy called the Mahat Tattva and the marginal energy called Jiva Tattva merge into the person of the Supreme Lord. The living beings remain asleep within the body of the Lord until there is another creation of the material world. So what happens is that, and that is the way the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the material manifestation. For example, when you go to sleep, do we remember our work schedule, what is there tomorrow? We don't, we just sleep, and then nothing is there in our mind, right? Completely. Next day morning, we wake up, what do we do? Oh, I have to do work. I have morning 9 o'clock, I have a meeting, I have to go to this place, I have an appointment to go to doctor, I have to take my daughter to here, my son here, like that. We just think about it. Why? Again, we wake up and all these things, activity begun. Again, we go to sleep, what happens? Ceases. Same thing, when Lord Brahma goes to sleep, all the creation ceases. When he wakes up, he again starts creating. So it's not that he's forgetting, he just goes to sleep. And when he goes to sleep, all the jivatma and all, they goes into the Mahavishnu's body. And again, when the day happens, when Brahma, then all they again come out, and then we start our activities. Like what we do when we sleep and wake up. Exactly the same thing is happening here. The material creation is affected by the interaction of the three modes of material nature set in action by the Lord. And therefore, it is said that the Lord existed before the modes of material nature were set in motion. So two things happen for creation. One is the material modes, and second is time, the Kal. Both are there. That's what makes it happen. You need time. Again, it's all Krishna's energy. Krishna says in Bhagavatam, the time. So that's what it is. Vishnu means Mahavishnu, who is laying on the causal ocean. By his breathing, only all the universes are generated in seeds and gradually develop into gigantic forms with innumerable planets within each and every universe. So we can see one breath of Vishnu is how long? So it humbles us, right? We just, that's our breath. What Mahavishnu breath, imagine. He's just breathing like that. We do some, what are the asana that we do? Pranayama, Kapalbhati or something like that. Take a deep breath, close, and so much. But how much we can do? Look at Mahavishnu's one breath. So long. And that long is exhalation as well. So it humbles us immediately. Oh, we cannot understand it. But this is how the Lord is. And this is Krishna's expansion. Just to give us the magnitude of his power. This is his expansion being described here. You will not see this kind of explanation for Krishna. Krishna is very simple, sober, very beautiful looking, is playful, all the things. But look at his expansion, how powerful they are. So this shows that how powerful Krishna is, isn't it? So it's an indirect way to understand how Krishna is so powerful. The seeds of universe develop into gigantic forms of the way seeds of banyan tree develop into numberless banyan trees. The Mahavishnu is the plenary portion of Lord Sri Krishna, who is mentioned in the Brahma Samhita as follows. So we'll not go there, we'll skip some of the part, we'll go to some other page. So here and in the next paragraph, the merging of the living beings into the body of Mahavishnu takes place automatically at the end of Brahma's 100 years. But that does not mean that the individual living being loses its identity. So we don't lose our identity. Meaning what? Mame Vansho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Means we will continue to remain part and parcel of Krishna. Just because we merge into Mahavishnu doesn't mean we also become Vishnu. No. We are still a part and parcel of Krishna. So after the annihilation happens, again the creation begins, we'll come out. Unless we have gone back to Goloka. Okay, then we'll come out and then we have to do our activities and we'll go to all the grind. So that something will happen. And I'm sure nobody wants to come back here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is not a pleasing place to be. It is not a pleasing place to be in. I think there is one quiz. Let me see if I have that I can bring forward here. Yeah. Okay, here. It is coming another, but let me just, since we are talking about it. Now tell me, is it the same or different question? Okay. So first tell me, what is this? What was this one? First picture? Who can identify? The black and white picture. Yes, Akshay. Oh no. Yeah, camp. So what are those? These are called prisoners. Prisoners, yes, very nice. So prisoners are working, we feel, oh my God, what a poor life they have. They're in prison, they have no freedom, so much. And on the right hand side, we feel we are living in luxury, like an air-conditioned office, but we are having so much problem, right? Timelines, deadlines. There's nobody calls time, there's a deadline. Like if you don't finish, you are dead. That's why it's called deadline. If you're not finished, you are dead. So that's what it is. It's deadline. And then we have so much pressure to deliver certain things. And we think we are, because we are living in a nice place, we have a nice office, we feel, yeah, it is all okay. We don't feel we are in a jail, but actually we are in a prison. right? It's a sophisticated prison, but we are in a prison. So that's what it is. It is same thing, just that the little location is different. But it's the same thing. It's a prison. It's a prison, right? So that's why it is gives a reference. I was just going there. That material world is a great forest of enjoyment. It is just that we want to enjoy, but it's a big prison. All these things are created for us to enjoy, so that we, little bit pleasure is given. So you can try to be here. In fact, when I was working in call center, then we would work night shifts, right? So day starts at like 5 p.m. and then it goes on till 4 o'clock in the morning, like that. So I worked for like 2 years and it was too much. But what they do, every night they will give you free pizza and a lot of food and all that. And all the young boys, and they like all this, right? Food, man, pizza. Who will spend 300 rupees on a pizza they will not, because they're running like 10,000, 15,000 per month. But when the pizza is given, then just come and eat and say, oh yeah, this is good. So, but then I realized that this is all just to keep us a little happy because of this midnight call. It's too stressful. Putting your headphone for 8 hours, like, you're taking calls, it's very stressful, right? And, but just to make sure that you keep coming tomorrow also, the attrition has to be lower and all those things. They give these freebies. Then they give you award and then the t-shirt. And I used to get t-shirt every week, like they will give one t-shirt, we get different program. So many t-shirts, I never bought t-shirt. They keep running. Because never new campaign comes, the companies from the US will send you merchandises to give it to your employees and all that. Small things, so many things they will give. But then I realized this is all to keep you happy. Oh, I'm getting this freebie. Next month, this is going to come. Oh, and that greed, or that I'm to get that, I will work hard. It's like putting carrot in front of the donkey and the donkey is running. That's what is happening. So this is what happens here in this material world. We all are trapped, but there's an invisible trap which you are not able to see. In a prison, there is a bar, so you can see, oh, I'm in a jail, right? But here, there's no, everything is open. It's like a free, and we feel like, oh, I'm free. I can go wherever I want.
It's like a cage-free chicken or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, because chicken below there is no cage, but ultimately it's going to get slaughtered, right? It's exactly that. So this is what is material world is, dear devotees. So we should try to escape from this world as soon as as much as put wholehearted effort in escaping from this. When the rocket has to escape from the earth, right? When it has to go out of this, it is called escape velocity. So technical word for that is escape velocity. It means the speed has to be more than the gravitational force which is pulling it down. Otherwise, the rocket will fall back into the earth, right? So they have to increase the speed. So that is more than the speed of the light. It is very fast, I think. I don't know how much it is, but it is pretty fast. So it goes so fast that it can go out of the Earth's atmosphere. So we also need to do this. The Maya is catching us. It's like a gravitational force pulling us. Oh, we have to do this. We have to enjoy this. You are not going to see this Niagara Falls. You are in US for so years. What do you do? Go there. Have you been to the Grand Canyons? Oh, such an amazing scene. You have a glass platform. You can walk on there, see things. And then sometimes devotee only talk, so you feel, oh, devotee has gone, so I can also go. Therefore, within devotee also, we should be careful what we talk. We should talk sanjalpa, not prajalpa. Anything other than this means we are developing desire. Anything we speak, we are creating an impression in our mind, and that impression will come out someday in some discussion. I'm telling you, I have experienced myself so many times. Something which was spoken 10, 15 years ago suddenly manifests because we see that point, and that immediately the database comes out and say, oh, this is what it is. And then we say, how powerful this is. And this happens unknowingly. So you can imagine if you are into too much of material thing, that how much we are restoring, and all this will come out one day, some point in time. and will make us bound in this world. But here, Prabhupada writes that that's the point that we spoke about. That but as soon as he awakens from slumber, he remembers all that he has to do and thus engages himself again in these prescribed activities. So that is what we get engaged into our day-to-day activity, and that's how the life continues. So this is what is being spoken by Hastinapur's ladies. You can imagine their understanding. So verse number 22, he says, he manifested the scriptures. So let's read the verse. Let me first understand the translation is correct. Yes, it is correct. Sure. Sa eva bhuyo nijavirya choditam. Bhuyo nijavirya choditam. Swajiva maya prakritim sisrukshatim. Anama rupa mani rupa namani. Rupa namani. Videsamano nusasara sashtakrita. So this last word reminds me of one devotee. Everybody knows Shastakrit. There's a devotee who distributes books. So his name comes from this. So what is Shastakrit? The compiler of all the revealed scriptures. That's a Shastakrit. So his Guru Maharaj gave him such a wonderful name. And he's following the name. He's distributing books. He's so humble. If you see into Patel Brothers in the Decatur, he's always spending hours and hours. But he, by the mercy of the Guru and the Krishna, he has made a very amazing congregation of all, mostly non-Indian devotees. About 40-45 devotee comes to his home and they do something like just through book distribution. So it's so amazing. Yeah. Okay, so we can read the translation. So who has not read? Ava? Yeah.
Again, desiring to give meaningful forms to his parts and parcels, the living entity, place them under the guidance of material nature. By his own potency, material nature becomes powerful.
So here, yeah, Prabhupada writes in the purport few important points. The living entities are parts and parcel of the Lord. They are of two varieties, Nitya Mukta and Nitya Baddha. So we are all Nitya Mukta or Baddha. We are Baddha, we are bound continuously. And there are spiritual world devotees that become Nitya Mukta. They are never bound. But we can become Baddha Mukta because we are bound, but we can become Mukta also by practicing Krishna consciousness. But we'll still remain Baddha Mukta. We cannot become Nitya Mukta. That's not our position. So Nitya Mukta are eternally liberated soul, and they are eternally engaged in the reciprocation of transcendental loving service with the Lord in his eternal abode, beyond the manifested mundane creations. But Nitya Baddha, like all of us, are eternally conditioned souls, are entrusted to his external energy Maya for rectification of their rebellious attitude toward the Supreme Father. Because we are rebellious toward Krishna. No, I don't want Krishna. I want to enjoy. That happens. Like, sometimes the children, they say, no, I don't want to eat this. Mother says, no, this is only food. And he said, no, I'm not going to eat. Okay. Then they go to bed and then, for example, when you feel hungry, then they come and then look in the fridge, what is it? And they don't make any sound. They try to see whatever is that, they will try to eat. Oh, khichdi, okay, no problem. I'm hungry. I have no choice. And they eat that. So this is our position. Krishna has given so many things. Krishna has told, please do this, come back. I'll give you so much more. But you want to enjoy it, what can I do? So do that. Huh?
So we are now Nitya Bhakta, right? So when we get, for example, if we go to a Golak, then we become like Nitya?
Nah, we become Baddha Mukta. So we are bound, but we become free once you go there. But we cannot become Nitya Mukta.
Nitya Mukta are only for the internal.
Yeah, which is an expansion comes from the Balramji. That is Nitya Mukta. But we are not part of this. So we are Nitya Baddha. But you become.
Anyone who that we might be in the practice.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, all the Manjaris and all that, Srila Prabhupada, they're all Nitya Mukta. They're all. Yeah. All the devotees who played in the pastime of Krishna, all those are Nitya Mukta. Because we heard earlier also, only Krishna's relative takes part in the Leelas. So that's how it is. Because ours is what our city is like this. In a Prema Vivarta, it is mentioned here that Krishna Bhuliya Jeev Bhoja Vancha Kare, Pashate Maya Tare Jhapatiya Dare. What you want to do, we want to enjoy. We are little, as soon as we forget Krishna, Maya catches us. As soon as we forget. So therefore, we have to be all the time thinking about Krishna. While doing our duty, we can think about Krishna. It is not that we have to give up our Grahastha life and give it away. In fact, this is the most wonderful ashram that we are into. Grahastha ashram is the best way we can practice Krishna consciousness. Because we have got all the facilities. All the facilities we have. Brahmacharis don't have these facilities. Vanaprastha don't have these facilities. Sannyasi definitely don't have this. We have so much at our disposal. And we could do so much, yes, no.
I was thinking the other way. Sometimes like we talked about the jail and all this, right? So because we become Grihastha, we know that we have to do X, Y, Z for sure.
Mhm.
For that, we have to go to the office, then again go into the truck.
Yeah.
And if there is a devotee who's like left the house and everything, they don't have that all these things to do. They just have to do the bhakti, and they know the end of the day they will get a food or prasad, and the only thing they have to do is chanting or like spreading the word around. So which one is that?
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. See, in a Chopali temple in Mumbai, they made an experiment. They say we just call people, who are probably they don't have a job and whatever it is. They say, we'll give you food. We'll give you food. We'll give you a place to stay. All this free, no expenses. All you have to do is chant 16 rounds, do certain seva in the temple. That's it. Nobody's coming. So if you just get food and chanting, will you do? No, it is not possible. First of all, coming and chanting Krishna's name itself is a durlabha. If you are able to hold this mala in our hand, that means there is a mercy which has come on all of us, those who are chanting. Without that, we cannot put our hands in the big bag. It's so difficult, dear devotees. So let's talk about, this question was asked to Swam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj also, when he was giving one lecture. I think he was in US recently. That time asked or somewhere he was asked, I don't remember. So he says, somebody asked me that, he was giving class. And he says, you should take up this Krishna consciousness. And he says, no, we have so many things to do. How can we do it? Then he says, okay. Then he asked questions. So, do you have bills to pay? Maharaj said, no. So, do you have family to take care? He says, no. Well, do you have to go to office? He said, no. Well, do you have your own home where utility bills and all this? He said, no. Because you said no to all these things, you are able to do bhakti. I have to do all these things. If I cannot do it, then Maharaj replied, okay. So let's talk about Arjun. Arjun had household to take care? Yes. Arjun had a family? Yes. Arjun had to do his duty as he was doing duty? Yes. Was he able to practice spirituality? Yes. Why? Because he knows this is priority. This is what I need to do. So if Arjun can do it despite such a huge calamity, he was able to practice Krishna consciousness. In a little difficult time in our life, we'll forget Krishna. Little difficulty comes in life, we'll forget, feedback will go here and there. I'm telling you, our chanting will not happen on that time. That is our paristhiti. So we have to make sure that we are, and therefore, again, I'm telling you, this Grihastha ashram is where it gives you freedom to enjoy also. If brahmachari does little bit here and there, and immediately, he'll be just outcast. In Grihastha, there is no problem. We have freedom.
So many sevas also, right? I have seen like a lot of brahmacharis, and I have even seen my own brother also. They have so much seva, like, they start at 3 o'clock, they finish at 12 o'clock sometimes.
Yeah, it's all there.
They are doing this. It's more difficult, I would say.
No, I'm not talking about difficulty. I'm saying in this, you can do more bhajan. Better bhajan, I'm telling you. This is the best place to do bhajan and go back. If you look at our Mahajans, most of the Mahajans are householders. If you look at the great devotees, all of them are great. They are all householders. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, householder. He had 11 children. And still he was doing bhajan so nicely. Our parampara is like that. Our parampara, we see Prahlad Maharaj. Who is he? He is a Grihastha. Dhruv Maharaj, Grihastha. Arjun, Pandavas, Grihastha. All Grihasthas. Amrish Maharaj, Grihastha. Our Bhagavatam listener, Parishit Maharaj, Grihastha. Everybody is Grihastha. So Grihastha is the best ashram to practice Krishna consciousness because you get support. Your family is Krishna conscious, your family, your wife, your daughter, son, husband, everybody is doing Krishna consciousness very nicely. You have such a wonderful support system that comes to your rescue. So therefore, this is the best ashram to do bhajan because this ashram is also nourishing and supporting so many other ashrams. We can nourish the brahmachari ashram, sannyasa, then they come in our home. We can give them dakshina, take their remnants, worship them, wash their feet, pray them. All these things, we can get benefits with their prayers. Therefore, this ashram is the best way to practice because we have some freedom to enjoy. But in other ashram, you don't have that. One person is you have given up a family life. Okay, you are no more longer attached. Sannyasa, you have given up everything. So it is more difficult, more rigid. It's very strict there. But here, you have a lot of liberty is there. So flexibility is there. Therefore, we should make use of this ashram and try and go back. And if you have any time when you have difficulty, we should go back to read this wonderful scripture, which is called Srimad Bhagavatam. All the answers will be available in Srimad Bhagavatam. Any question, I'm telling you, if you have any question in life, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, answer will be found in this. But you have to read it. You have to pick it up and read it. You'll find ashram. You'll find all the answers here. There is nothing that we can not find answers in this. This is so amazing scripture. Therefore, Nityam Bhagavas here. Every day we have to read.
On top of that, like all the other ashramas, like you basically should not have any false ego because for every single thing, even like if you want to spend $5, you have to be like totally dependent on others, like ultimately on Krishna.
Yeah.
If you are like that's why 99.99% of the people are not capable of doing that.
Yeah. That's why so many, exactly, so few people become brahmachari. So few people take up to Krishna consciousness full time. So few people. How many sannyasis are becoming today? So many sannyasis, new sannyasis that have come. Very few. Why? The path is very difficult. So therefore, we are here in this ashram. In fact, bhakti can be done in any ashram. But why I'm telling you, this ashram is best way to practice Krishna consciousness. So let us make use of this. Let's use this life. Let's use this ashram so nicely that we don't, instead of getting entangled, we use that to escape out of this. We try to escape from this.
We pizzas and lasagnas anytime we want.
Yeah, brahmachari we eat khichdi all the time. They will eat simple food. Yeah, in fact, when Jayapataka Maharaj was in Mayapur, right? So Maharaj, he told Prabhupada, whatever you grow food and whatever you grow, you eat that. So they put radish and so much radish. Breakfast, radish, paratha, lunch, radish, evening, radish, everything radish. Everything radish, radish, radish. How much you will eat paratha and sabji and khichdi? But they're eating for months and months together. Because that's a crop. That is so much. So now they have no freedom. Like they say, no, let's get something else. No, this is what is you eat that.
There is no DoorDash for.
Yeah, there's nothing of that sort. So therefore, we should try to be fixed up in this and do it. Yeah. So how we deviated from here, Buliaji. Okay. Yeah, in other words, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this. This is a word of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That means Krishna himself. What is he saying? Krishna Boli say Jeev Anadir Bahimukh. If we forget Krishna, Anadir Bahimukh, we are always facing away from Krishna. Ataiva Maya Tare Deya Samsara Dukh. Maya is giving us pain. We think it's a pleasure because I'm working in multinational company, I'm earning so much, it's all pleasure. No, but how much? You have to work. Okay, Priyansh, can you please read the translation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Forgetting Krishna, the living entity, has been attracted by the external feature from the time immemorial. Therefore, the illusionary energy Maya gives him all kinds of misery and is material existence.
Thank you very much. So this is what happens. It is giving, as soon as we forget Krishna, Maya continues. You think of, we think this is a good gadget like mobile and all that. But if you are, as soon as you finish reading one verse in there and you immediately some pop-up has come. Now you have to just click. You don't have to put efforts. Just click. And that's it. Take you there and then from there, and then half an hour is gone. So that happens. We have to be very careful with all these things that we see. Maya comes in very subtle way. Very, very subtle way. So therefore, in this Kali Yuga, chanting is a prescribed thing that we have to do. Only chanting. But we cannot do chanting all alone, isn't it? It's very difficult. We are not Thakur Haridas, who's chanting. So what we need association, and we should do other angas of bhakti also. Pancharatrika Vidhi, which is mentioned in the Shastras, in Nectar of Devotion. We drink archana, means deity worship, eating prasadam, offering prasadam, honoring prasadam. These all we have to do, because then, then we feel little good. Okay, at least I did some anga of bhakti. If you have to do worship for half an hour after chanting 16 down, it will be a different activity, so we can do it with enthusiasm. And we'll like it also. But if somebody says, now 30 minutes, can you please chant 4 extra rounds? Then that looks like a little burden at times, isn't it? It's the same process, like we are doing one anga of bhakti. But because we have to chant extra round, sometimes it's burden. Somebody says, we are anyway going to have Friday Bhakti Viksha. We spend 2 hours. So why don't we chant 16 hours sitting at home? No, that's difficult. Because here we are in association, hearing something, eating some prasadam, like that. So therefore, this different angas of bhakti are available. And that's what Rupa Goswami says. You do this different bhakti anga. We cannot chant this. Though it is mentioned, see here, so many verses are mentioning. In Kali Yuga is having ocean of fall. So much things are there. But only one good thing is there. What is that? Chanting. Chanting is one powerful thing which is given here. It is a key to escape from this world. It's a key. We should never lose this key. Always this key should be with us all the time. Therefore, devotees always carry his big bag with them. If they are not able to carry, they have counter somewhere in hand. Always remind us of chanting. The moment we give it up, then it's very difficult. Because all our Shastra tells about that. See here, simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom just by chanting. Here it is mentioned another, whatever result we have got by doing Satyuga. What do you say in Satyuga?
Meditation, dhyana.
Tapasya, lot of austerity, tapasya. So much austerity has to be done. Thousands and thousands of years. What benediction you get by doing so much tapasya can be derived just by chanting in Kali Yuga. Therefore, we should be fortunate that we are in Kali Yuga. We should be fortunate that we have got association. We should be fortunate we are chanting. We should be fortunate we have Bhagavatam in our hand and we are able to read it. This is a fortune. This is a golden opportunity, dear devotees. It cannot become better than this. If you are not utilizing this life for this, then it's like, they say like, you missed the boat. Kali Kale Ram Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar Nama Hite Haya Sarva Jagat Anistar. Just by chanting, we can go back there. Therefore, chanting should become number one priority in our life. Number one priority. And we all should chant at least 16 hours. 2 hours of chanting. 24 hours. 2 hours can we not give it to Krishna? We have to give it to Krishna, who has given us so much and asking us to give nothing in return. So, yeah, we should try to do that. So here we'll go to the last paragraph here. Srimad Bhagavatam is the so here in one purpose which we just read, there is a Prabhupada is writing here. But in order to fulfill their desire to lord it over the material energy of material forms and names, they are given a chance for such false enjoyment. And at the same time, they are given a chance to understand the real position through the real scriptures. So we have a chance to enjoy also, and we have a chance to understand Krishna through real scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. And this will help us to go back to God. This Bhagavatam. This is the key. See, we cannot chant continuously because we have to remember who is Krishna. How will we know? By reading Bhagavatam. By taking shelter of Bhagavatam, we will understand who Krishna is, his Leela, Guna, Nama, everything will reveal to us. And then we'll develop taste for chanting. Okay. So that is what we should do. In the last paragraph, Srila Prabhupada writes, Srimad Bhagavatam is the postgraduate study of knowledge of one who has thoroughly understood the principles of the Bhagavad Gita. Unfortunately, people have no taste for them, and therefore they are under the clutches of Maya for repetition of birth and death. This is problem because we don't have test. We don't have test for chanting. We don't have test for reading. We don't have test for hearing. We want to always go here and there, eat outside. So how will we make progress, dear devotees? So difficult. It is not easy. In fact, here you can see this 2 verses which is coming. And one from Bhagavad Gita is coming, and one from the Kevalastakam. So he's saying that from Lord Brahma till the bomb in the stool, they have to take birth again. With no liberation. And even from there, Hare Name Kevala. We have to just chant, dear devotees. This is the only key to escape from this world. If you chant attentively, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you will develop taste for chanting. Both are complementary. Then we can go back to Godhead, dear devotees. So I think we'll stop here. Verse 23 will start from next week. Yeah, we couldn't cover that, but yeah, we'll do that next week. Is there any question or comment or correction? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I have a question.
Yes.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
So I was reading about the last Ekadashi, Tuesday, I think it was, And so it says, I was reading this on ISKCON Desire Tree. It says, if one observes this Ekadashi and remains awake on that night, easily goes to the abode of Lord Vishnu. So do they mean, that it did, in that time, did they stay up all night?
Yeah, normally.
Yeah.
Normally in Ekadashi, you're supposed to stay awake.
Do you fast all day and all night and stay awake all night?
Yeah, that's the ideal way of doing it, but
Okay.
that may not be possible every time. So at least, yeah, whatever is possible. See, eventually, our body also demands certain rest and comfort. So we need to give that. Otherwise, it become very austere. We may be able to do it for a short period of time, but over a period of time, it becomes very difficult to continue.
And then the second question, later on in the explanation of the Ekadashi, it says, Lord Krishna continued, O best of the kings, by observing the vow of this Ekadashi, one can deliver 10 generations from his mother's family, 10 generations from his father's family, and 10 generations from his wife's family. And so what do they mean by that?
Yeah, so basically what happens is you become a devotee, like yesterday before, somewhere we were reading this, right? 2 days ago. Yeah. So in Prahlad Maharaj also, in a prayers of the Prahlad Maharaj comes in the 7th canto, there also is mentioned, if one becomes a devotee, he delivers 21 generations of his ancestors, 21 generations. Because we don't know who our father was. So not father, great grandfather, we don't know. I mean, it's very difficult to create an ancestor. We can probably go to 3 or 4 at max. Beyond that, it's very difficult to find out. But he says if one becomes a devotee, his 21 generation can be delivered.
So by performing the Ekadashi, I'm helping my ancestors give
Yeah.
them the good karma.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. They all can get that pious activity. So this is the that's why I'm saying Krishna consciousness is not just about us. We deliver so many people around. When we chant, for example, loudly, all the insects, all the bird, animal, if you're chanting outside, they are listening. Trees, they all can get benefits. That's why little loud chanting is recommended. That we can also hear our own sound. Like that. So yeah, it's very potent. It is very, very potent. See,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was listening a lecture, Q&A by Bhakti Maharaj, and exact same thing, the words that were used. He said the same thing. Every one of the devotees asked that I'm on a Dham Yatra and somebody in my family has passed away. And I'm doing devotional service. I'm not with them at this moment. Will I be able to help them deliver? So that's the exact example Maharaj gave, is that 7 generations of, your paternal, maternal.
Absolutely. We can deliver if you do it this way. See, our problem is this. This one picture I found. This is our
Weight of life.
and weight of love. Love for Krishna is weight of life is so much. We have to increase that love. How will you increase? By association. First is association. When you come in association, as Mata was mentioning, when I went to the everybody is like chanting, like, oh, then I have to chant, isn't it? If I'm walking like a normal person, they chant. So first is association. Then we go next level, right? Then we develop love and things like that. So that's what happens when we come in association, we develop their qualities. Whatever they are doing, we do the same thing. We start chanting, we start reading, and then we become more and more fixed up into Krishna consciousness. And then we inspire others to do that. That's what we are supposed to do. We are not supposed to do bhajan alone. We have to inspire others to become Krishna conscious. Yeah, do we have to just increase this, the weight of love has to go up. Okay, we will do one bhajan. Because we have this, now from 2 days from now, we have Kartik from the start. So everyone pull up this bhajan called Radha Kunda Tata if you have. No, just pull up the bhajan Radha Kunda Tata. Because Mataji may all have come from Vrindavan, I thought we'll sing one bhajan for Dham. If somebody can put it, post it in the group, Mataji, no problem. Radha Kunda Tata. Radha Kunda Tata. So you can just look for it. I'm just looking in my. Yeah, whoever found it, you can just post it.
Only admins can post now.
Or is it? Take minutes. Hareshanagati. This is bhajan by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Radha, yeah, Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutir. You found it?
Right.
Yeah, it's a small song, 8 stanza, but very sweet. Yeah, I can try it. If somebody has to screen. Okay, let me do this. Let me bring this up here. Everybody can open that, please share on the. So just use that link to open it up and you come up. Yeah, just you should have come on the group. Yeah, okay. Just come on here as well. Okay, you can see this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the bhajan by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Very, very wonderful bhajan. So let's go there. Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira O Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira Kutira O Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira Kunja Kutira Govardhan Parvata Jamuna Tira Govardhan Parvata Jamuna Tira Govardhan Parvata Jamuna Tira Tata Tira Kusum Sarovar Manas Ganga Kusum Sarovar Manas Ganga Kalinga Nandini Vipura Taranga Kalinga Nandini Vipura Taranga Radha Kunda Tata Kunda Tudira Radha Kunda Tata Kunda Tudira Amsivat Gokula Vira Samira Amsivat Gokula Vira Samira Vrindavana Taro Latika Vanira Vrindavana Taro Latika Vanira Radha Kunda Tata Kunda Tudira Kunda Tata Kunda Tudira Ragamriga Kula Malaya Bhata Ragamriga Kula Malaya Bhata Mayura Brahmara Murali Vilasa Mayura Brahmara Murali Vilasa Radha Kunda Tata Kunda Tudira Radha Kunda Tata Kunda Tudira Venu Shringa Pada Chinha Mega Mala Venu Shringa Pada Chinha Mega Mala Vasanta Shashanka Shankakaratala वसंत शशंका शंख करताला अभा कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा राधा कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा युगल विनाशे अनुकूल जानी युगल विनाशे अनुकूल जानी लीला विलासे उदिक मानी लीला विलासे उदीपक मानी कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा ये सब छोड़ तो कहीं नहीं जाऊं ये सब छोड़ तो कहीं नहीं जाऊं ये सब छोड़ तो प्राण हराऊं ये सब छोड़ तो प्राण हराऊं कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा राधा कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा भक्ति विनोद कोहे सुनताना भक्ति विनोद कोहे सुनताना तू आओ दीपक हमर पाना तू आओ दीपक हमर प्राणा आधा कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा गोवर्धन पर्वत जमुना तीरा तुम सरोवर मानस गंगा आविंद नंदिनी विपुल तरंगा आविंद नंदिनी विपुल तरंगा कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा राधा कुंद तटा कुंद कुटीरा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Jaya Guru Dev. Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Gaura Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Gaura Hari Bo. Hare Gopal Vanshi Harinam Sankirtan Yajna Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Gaur Bhakti ki jai. So much. Hare Krishna. Oh, yes, yes. Of course. Why not? Yes, yes, definitely. So we have some good news to share. So our dear Sri Ramakrishna Prabhu and his good wife Vishakha Mataji, they have bought new home. So like their material advancement, we also pray that they also become spiritually advanced. They are really advanced, but let them become more and more advanced and inspire all of us. They are such wonderful devotee, very humble, and very happy to hear this. And let us pray for them so that the new house that they have bought will increase their love for Krishna. They are able to serve the Vaishnavas. They can invite more devotees in their home, and they can serve their Guru Maharaj, his instruction they can follow, and then inspire all of us as well. So let's stand 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for their spiritual progress in this new home. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So we hope to go to their home and do some bhajan sometime. Hopefully, next when we are back from India this month, I think we are all traveling. So yeah. So very nice. So thank you very much, Narenji, Vijay Mataji, Avnish for hosting all of us and making us feel home. We are so grateful to you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So today, because you came from Vrindavan, we thought we'll sing this song of Vrindavan, so you can remember all the different locations in Vrindavan, past times. So this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yeah, this is all around, all these places around Govardhan Parikrama. You can see all these places. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is seeing this, and then he is not writing from his heart and something. He's seeing this. Please remember all the. If you see Bhaktivinoda Dekhe, Bhaktivinoda Kahe, they have seen and write it. And in Gaurati, in end, what they say? Bhaktivinoda Dekhe, Gaurara Sampada. He's seeing that. Oh, oh, Brahma and Shiva and Sukadeva, everybody is like fanning him and doing arati and all that. He's seeing that. So that's what our acharyas have realized. They are seeing this and then telling us. So it's such an amazing, it's like a live commentary, right? It's earlier, in India, when there was no TV, or even the TV was there, it was available in very limited homes. Then people will listen to the commentary on the radio. And they make it more ecstatic by, putting, oh, now it has gone here, and this is running and running, oh, it's on, like that. So this is what Bhakti, when I connect to that, now I see, this is so amazing, because it's like real life. Bhakti is seeing and is narrating this. It's so beautiful. So we should get more involved into listening to these songs. In Kartik, we should do more bhajan by reciting this Astakam, this wonderful bhajan of Vaishnava Acharyas. They are very important. The more we recite them, the more our bhakti, Lata Beej, will fructify. It will become a big tree and nobody can shake it. Right now it's like just germinating. So you will water. But when it's become tree, then nobody can shake it. So you have to increase our bhakti Lata Beej, which is germinating into a gigantic tree by doing wonderful bhakti, become very strong, very steady in our sadhana. Yeah. So with that, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Vacha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anant Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यव्रतं राजन् विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीरा विद्याजा जड़ेन्द्रियता का जीवे ते विषय सागरे काल मध्य जीवाति लोगो माया सुधर्मति ताके जिता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय कई बार जीवा जाए स्वप्रसादन दिलो भाई श्री नामृत पाओ श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमी नाको श्री चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री भगवत प्रसादम की जय।
Huh? When are you going to?
I'm going on 2nd.
2nd of November.
Yeah.
Oh, only next week.
Yes.
And you'll be back on?
8th of December. But we'll have virtual sessions. So next Friday, virtual.
When you're going to Mayapur?
Mayapur, I'm not going this time. Probably next time. This time I'm going to Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri.
Oh, Vrindavan.
And if time permits, we'll see. Yes.
કાલે તો પરમ દિવસે મારી ફોન કરીને મારું પેલું પાર્સલ લઈ જવાનું છે.
Parcel?
એક પેકેટ લઈ જવાનું છે.
હા, અરે, anytime.
ના ના એટલે પણ